Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This time I'll be showing you how you can kill over time Detective Pulp magazines, the Mafia Definitive Edition. And the first magazine can be found in Chapter 3. This is at the very start, where you have to come to this area and you pick up some weapons and ammo. And the first magazine will be behind the desk, just by here. And once you picked up your first magazine, you'll get an achievement or trophy as well. This to do with these magazines. And all these magazines are listed in the order that they appear in the story throughout all the chapters. Now for chapter 4, when you get to the motel area, you'll come to this wooden building, and behind this building you'll find the next magazine, which will be on these wooden planks just by here. Now for chapter 5, this is after you've won the race. You'll be in this area, and the next magazine will be all the way down here inside this makeshift shop. Now for chapter 7, you'll go to Chinatown at some point in the chapter, and you'll talk to some guy called Bill. And as you're about to leave his shop, you'll find the next magazine on your right, just by there. Now for chapter 8, when you get to this area where you have to find the woman to make her disappear, where no one knows where she went, you'll come to this building, and on the ground floor will be the first magazine. This magazine can be found in the room behind the counter on the right side of this building. And to get that, you want to go through here, then go through this door, and then the manager or the accountant will try and answer the telephone, so make sure you get rid of them, otherwise they can spot you. And the magazine will be on the table on the left, directly where I'm looking at, just there. Now the next magazine on chapter 8 is literally just before you use the ladder, so make sure you get this magazine before you use the ladder, otherwise you'll miss this one. You have to replay via mission select again. It'll be directly on that table just by there. Again, chapter 8, this is literally like 2 minutes later. You'll be inside the church, and on your right you'll find the next magazine. Number chapter 9, you'll come to this area where you have to figure out the clues in this area, and you'll see this big tree, and directly behind that you'll see this building. And inside this building you'll see the next magazine. Now for chapter 10, this is at the start of chapter 10. So before you get into your vehicle, you want to go over to the building where your vehicle is, and you'll find the next magazine on top of this crate, which will be just by here. Now for chapter 11, after you've taken out the cards and snuck your way inside the mansion, where you have to find the safe, it's behind all the paintings, you want to stick to the ground floor. On the left side you'll find the next magazine. Now for chapter 12, this is literally after you have the shootout in the car park, and literally as you're about to leave, make sure you grab this before you speak this time, otherwise you'll miss this one. Now for chapter 14, this is before you get on the boat. So when you get to this area where there's loads of people, you want to go left, and you'll find the next magazine just by here. Now once you're on the boat, make your way all the way to the top. Once you're up here, you'll go through this door, and just before you go all the way to the other side of the boat, make sure you come around here to grab the next magazine. Now for chapter 15, this is at the start where you get ambushed in the café by your enemies, so make sure you get rid of them first. And the magazine will be on one of the tables inside the café. So we're now just mopping out the rest of these enemies, like so. And the next magazine can be found here. Okay, now for chapter 16, you'll come to this area in chapter 16, and it's literally right before you have to open the big gate to get to the next area, so make sure you get that. Now for chapter 17, you'll come to this area when you're inside the prison, where you'll have to go up all these stairs, like what I'm doing, so make sure you go all the way up here. And once you're all the way to the top, which is here, you want to run down here, and on your left, you'll see this lever, so make sure you pull this lever. Now, in this area there are 2 levers to pull, so make sure you pull both of them, as this one opens all the jail cells in this area, which will allow you to get this magazine. Now the next magazine is literally 2 minutes away, so make sure you open the other lever, which is there on the right, as that will allow you to progress further. And once you've done that, you want to run down here, run through all these corridors, and then turn left here, and in this room where all the wooden furniture is, you'll be able to find the next magazine. Now for chapter 18, this is literally right after you make your way into the warehouse. This is literally right after you jump through the window, and the magazine will be inside this room just by here. Now for chapter 19, the next magazine will be at the start. So when you're inside the bank, you want to go up the stairs on the left side, and in your first room on the left you'll find the next magazine to collect. Now the last magazine to collect will be at the start of chapter 20, and it'll be inside your house on the table just by here. Now I hope this video has helped you out, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching.